I knew he was cheating, and I made him dinner anyway. I covered his plate with foil, I kept it warm, and I left the kitchen light on for him. Let me tell you what it feels like to stay when you already know. Because there's a specific kind of quiet in a kitchen at night, not the peaceful kind. Not the kind after a long day when you finally exhale and let your shoulders drop. I mean the quiet where the stove is still on. The food smells right. The timer hasn't gone off yet. And somewhere in the back of your mind, maybe the front if you're being honest, you already know. You already know he isn't coming home right now. You already know working late isn't the whole truth. You already know. And you set his plate anyway. I'm not telling you this because it makes me look strong. I'm not telling you this because I have some clean little lesson tied up with a bow. I'm telling you because I think some of you are standing in that exact kitchen right now. And you've been standing there a long time. And no one has ever said out loud what that actually feels like from the inside. The internet says just leave. Nobody talks about the purgatory of staying when you know. So I'm gonna tell anyways. This is my real story. It didn't start with finding something. That's the part nobody warns you about. There's no movie moment, no lipstick on a collar, no message you weren't supposed to see. The real version is so much quieter than that. It lives in details so small you feel crazy for noticing them. For me, it started with a phone, not unlocked, not a message, just the way he held it. The way his grip tightened when I walked in. The way it was suddenly always face down. The way he started taking it into the bathroom, taking calls in the other room, calls he used to take sitting right next to me, without a second thought. You notice things like that when you love someone. You catalog them without meaning to. You file them away somewhere deep in your body, and you don't even know why you're keeping them. I told myself he was stressed at work, and he was. That was the trick of it. There was always just enough truth wrapped around the lie to make it hold, because you don't want to name it. The moment you name it, it's real. And if it's real, you have to do something. And doing something means your whole life changes. So you don't name it, you make dinner instead. And there were his clothes. He used to leave a pile on the bedroom floor. It drove me crazy. We argued about it. Then one week, no pile, straight into the wash the second he walked in, every single time. I stood in the doorway looking at that empty floor thinking, isn't this what I asked for? And then I felt guilty, because my gut was screaming that he was washing someone else's scent off of him. There was the cologne, a different one, some nights, always the late ones. I never said anything. I just filed it away in that dark back room of my mind. And then there was the distance. That's the hardest one to explain, because it isn't a thing you can hold. It's the absence of things. The hug in the hallway half a second shorter than it used to be. The way he stopped asking about my day. Not cruelly, he just stopped. The silences between us used to be comfortable. Now they felt occupied. Like he was somewhere else, even when his body was right beside me. You start to feel like you're losing your mind. You sit in the car before you go inside and you ask yourself, am I being paranoid? Is this just my anxiety? Did something change in me that I can't see? And then, right when you're about to confront it, he does something kind. brings your coffee, laughs at your joke, reaches across the table for your hand, and you exhale and think, no, I'm imagining it, he's right here. But the kindness made it worse, because later you understand, the kindness was just the guilt sitting across from you with a coffee cup in its hand. I just didn't know how to read it yet. The night that broke something open in me was a Tuesday. I remember, because there was something on television I'd look forward to all week. Small, unimportant to the rest of the world, but it was mine. He texted in the afternoon, said he'd be late. I came home, took off my shoes and started cooking. I don't even remember deciding to. The body knows its routines, even when the mind is a million miles away. I stood at the counter chopping vegetables, listening to the hum of the refrigerator. And I made what he liked. Not what I wanted that night. What he liked. When it was done, the kitchen filled with that quiet I told you about. I pulled down 2 plates. I made mine, and I made his, and I covered his with foil. I set it on the stove to keep it warm. I went to the living room, sat down and watched my show. And I ate. I didn't call him. I didn't text asking when he'd be home. I didn't sit by the window like a guard dog. I washed my dish. I checked the foil on his plate one last time. And I went to bed. He came home at 12:47. I know the exact time because I was awake. I wasn't watching the door. I was lying in the dark, staring at the ceiling, pretending to sleep, listening. I heard the front door unlock. I heard the careful, quiet way he moved down the hall, trying not to wake me. I heard him walk into the kitchen. And then I heard the foil lift. He ate the food. In the morning, the sun came through the blinds like always. He leaned over the bed and kissed my forehead before I'd even opened my eyes, and he said, "Thank you for keeping my plate." Without a single beat of hesitation, I said, "Of course." I want to stay in that moment, not his part. I've spent years unpacking his part, and I've made my peace with it. Betrayal isn't a mistake. It's 100 choices made in the dark, and I counted everyone. I want to talk about my part, the terrifying ease of it, the automatic, of course, no pause, no wait, no catch in my throat. That was the moment I understood how completely I'd been lying to myself. Not because of what he did in the dark, because of how practiced my answer was. I had been keeping his plate, his comfort, his peace, his image, his excuses, for months, maybe longer. And every single night I'd done it without once asking myself, who is keeping mine? That's what betrayal really does. It doesn't just break trust. It goes after who you are. It plants a quiet little seed. Maybe if I were prettier, maybe if I were more exciting, maybe if I needed less, maybe if I gave more. And before you realize it, you've turned yourself into a problem you're desperately trying to solve, while the person causing the pain never changes at all. People ask me why I didn't leave right then. I stayed because I loved him. I know how that sounds. I know what the comments are going to say. I'm gonna say it plainly without dressing it up, because we spend too much time inventing sophisticated explanations for something simple. I loved him. I loved the version of us that existed before the secrets. I loved the life I believed we were building. And I wasn't ready to accept that the foundation of my whole world had a fatal crack in it I hadn't seen. Love doesn't just switch off because you deserve better. I need you to hear that. That's not how the heart works. You can know, logically, that you deserve better and still love someone at the same time. You can know they're hurting you and still reach for their hand in the dark without thinking. Staying doesn't make you weak. Say that to yourself if you're ashamed right now. Staying doesn't make you weak. It means you love something real, or something that was real once, and you weren't ready to bury it yet. The dangerous part isn't staying, it's staying without seeing yourself clearly. It's calling it unconditional love when what you really mean is, I am terrified of what letting go will cost me. But here's what I know now, on the other side of it. Every plate I set for him in those dark months, I was also setting it for myself. It was proof that I was still showing up, still the loyal, loving woman I believed I was. My quiet way of telling the universe, whatever you're doing in the dark, I am still here. I am still who I am, even if you stop being who you were. That's not nothing. That's its own complicated kind of dignity. And I don't take it away from myself anymore. There was no explosion, no movie confrontation, no night I threw his clothes on the lawn and walked out with my head held high. It was quiet. The way everything that mattered in this story was quiet. There was a day, months after that Tuesday, when I came home from work. I took off my shoes. I went into the kitchen. I cooked. And I made one plate. I didn't decide it. My hands just reached into the cabinet and made one plate. And I sat down and I ate. And the show on the television was the one I'd wanted to watch for months. And the quiet in the house that night, it felt different. It felt like mine. I wasn't healed. I wasn't finished crying. I wasn't whole yet. But that quiet was mine. And that was the true beginning of the end. Not a decision, not a scream, not a suitcase by the door. Just one plate. One night that belonged entirely to me. If you're standing in that kitchen right now, if you're covering his plate with foil, getting ready to pretend to sleep while you wait for the door, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to judge you. I'm telling you this so you know one thing. At some point, the plate stops being devotion to him, and it becomes clarity for you. You'll know when it happens, and when it does, everything starts to change. I'm Cindra Noir, and that was my real story.